I remember when I first came into the office, everyone just had one keyboard. Even the fastest typer there at the time, Freddy Fingers they called him, only had one keyboard. And to no surprise, when I got to my desk, I also had one keyboard. I could type at an average speed, but I was nowhere near the level of Freddy Fingers. I thought that was it for me. But then one day, I come into the office, and I noticed that someone put a laptop next to my keyboard and monitor. I didn't think anything of it at first. Oh, it's just a laptop. But then I noticed when I typed on the laptop keyboard, it would show up on both my laptop and the monitor. So then I tried typing on the other keyboard, and again it showed up on both screens. And from there, it was only natural that I tried typing on both keyboards. I didn't realize it at the time, but that moment started the beginning of a new era in typing. When Dan discovered dual keyboard typing, everyone was blown away, including myself. He pushed the barrier of what we thought was possible. He discovered that when logging in, you know how you have to hit Control-Alt-Delete? He could hit Control and Alt on the one keyboard and then Delete on the other keyboard, and he'd be able to sign in. He could also hit Shift on one keyboard, and that would somehow be able to shift the letter for him on the other keyboard. The man was a genius. At first, I was only using 2 keyboards and 2 screens, until I was like, wait a minute, I have a whole nother screen here. So I turned it on and bam! 2 keyboards, 3 screens. And then, when he added that 3rd screen, people would literally crowd around his desk to watch him type. With only one keyboard, he could type at about 50 words per minute, but with the second keyboard, he actually went down a bit to about 40 words per minute, but it was so cool that it didn't even matter. After a while, just like all the great artists like Van Gogh, Kanye West, he just went crazy. One day he sat down at his desk and he tried to do 3 keyboards and 4 screens. He went past his limit and he knew it. It was just sad to watch. I remember there was a point where I was doing 7 keyboards and 10 screens. I just kept thinking if I just add one more monitor, one more keyboard, that's all I need for the perfect combination. I knew I needed help. Like a week later, they took me to the ER, and I asked the doctor, will I ever be able to type again? And he said, if you're lucky. We've had him in rehab for about 2 months now. He's doing better. We only have him on 1 keyboard and 1 screen though, and we're gonna see where he goes from there. If it were up to me, I wouldn't let him touch 2 keyboards ever again. But you can see it in his eyes that he really wants to. They keep telling me, Dan, you're never going to be able to do more than 1 keyboard again. But I keep telling them, you just wait and see.